Mabuhay! Good day everyone, kami po ang Group 1 at ang topic po namin is about hotel business. Simulan po natin sa definition ng hotel business. Ano nga po ba ang hotel business? Ito po ay isang business na nagbibigay ng accommodation sa mga guests, travelers, tourists at sa business people. Bukod po sa mga rooms, sila rin po ay nag-offer ng iba't ibang services and facilities tulad ng restaurants, bars, pools, spa, events, venues, and marami pa pong iba.
Para sa hotel development and ownership. It's about how hotel business are built and grown and operated po. At may dalawang pangunahing dahilan kung bakit nga mabilis sumunlad ang hotel industry. Ito yung franchising at ang management contract po. Noong una na usang franchising sa Amerika, napabilis na bago ang hotel industry sa loob ng half a century. Ang innovation sa franchising at management contracts ang nag-transform sa paraan kung paano nagbubukas at nagpapatakbo ng hotels. Kaya mas madali ang mag-expand ng hotel chains at kumita ng mas mabilis. Para naman sa franchising. Ano nga ba ang franchising? Ang franchising ay isang paraan ng pagninegosyo kung saan ang isang malaking company or brand ang nagbibigay ng karapatan sa negosyante na gamitin ang kanilang pangalan, logo, operating system, marketing strategies, at minsan pati na rin ang reservation system. Kabalit ng bayad na tinatawag nating franchise fee. Sa franchise daw, may company na nagpo-provide ng brand or system ng hotel. Tas may ibang investor o owner ang bumibili ng rights. Para gamitin ang brand operation system, ang franchise o owner ang nag-invest ng property habang ang franchisor brand or company ang kumikita ng fee o royalties. Para naman sa management contract, sa ganitong setup naman po, ang property owner ang may hotel building pero isang professional hotel company ang nagmamanage o nagpapatakbo ng hotel para sa owner. Kadalasan may fixed fee o may profit sharing management ang company. Yun na po.
Sa classification of hotels naman po ay marami po tayong halimbawa. Andiyan po ang City Center Hotel, Full Service Hotel, Resort Hotel, Convention Hotel, Airport Hotel, Economy Hotel, Freeway Hotel, Extended Stay Hotel, Casino Hotel at ang Bed and Breakfast Hotel.
City Center is located sa heart of the city kung saan dito matatagpuan ng dito malapit ang mga high-end restaurant, mga galaad, mga parks na gustong-gusto ng mga turista kasi walking distance lang ito or malapit sa hotel na pinag-i-stayan nila, hindi na nila kailangan mag-grab, mag-commute or mag-book pa ng angkas. Sunod po natin is resort hotel. Ang resort hotel is kalimitan located sa tabi ng dagat para mas ma-maximize nila ang mga pwede nilang ilagay na activities kagaya ng surfboarding, paragliding, island hopping, snorkeling. At dito rin, ang pumupunta dito is halos lahat ng tao na gusto mag-relax, mag-chill, maghanap ng kapayapaan, ang pagod sa trabaho na gusto magpahinga. Ang sunod natin is Airport Hotel. Ang Airport Hotel is malapit sa airport kung saan dito nag-i-stay ang mga turistang galing ibang bansa na gusto na magpahinga, gusto na mag-relax. At kalimitang ginagamit din ito ng airport kapag meron sila mga delay flights gawa ng bagyo. Dito nila ito pinag-i-stay. Dito nila ito pinatutuloy pansamantala hanggat maayos ng panahon at pwede na silang umalis. Ang sunod natin is Freeway Hotel. Ang Freeway Hotel is located sa along the highway kung saan accessible sa mga drivers, commuters, mga nagta-travel na gusto ng gusto magpahinga, gusto muna umidlip, ganyan. Kasi sobrang accessible nito sa kanila kasi along the highway lang, hindi nila kailangan magpunta pa sa mga Okada, Hyatt na at ang Freeway Hotel is mas mura kaysa sa mga high-end hotel. And ang last po is Casino Hotel. It's a combine ng hotel and gambling na mas pinapriority nila. Hindi naman pinapriority, pero mas malaki ang gambling area kaysa sa mga rooms kagaya ng Okada, Hyatt, Soler, na kung saan dito pumupunta yung mga businessman na gusto maglibang, mga taong gusto magwaldas ng pera nila, yung mga contractor, mga contractor na nagnakaw sa bayan para yung pangsugal lang nila. Yun lamang po.
And for the continuation of the classification of hotel, meron tayong tinatawag na full-service hotel. Full-service hotel is a hotel offering a wide range of services including restaurants, room services, concierge, event areas, and other facilities. One of the example na meron tayo is yung Hilton Hotel and the Marriott Hotel. Ang purpose nito is to meet all the guest needs from dining to business services with all complete amenities. Next is yung Convention Hotel. Convention Hotel is a large hotel with extensive meetings rooms and conference facilities. So pag sinabi natin convention hotels, one of the main purpose nito is for events, meetings, and seminars na gaganapin ng iba't ibang company. Again, the purpose of convention hotel is for hosting conferences, meetings, big events, and conventions. Next is the Economy Hotel. Economy Hotel is a budget-friendly hotel na nag-offer ng basic amenities, okay, mga essential services. Mga example nito is yung Red Doors, Go Hotels, yung mga affordable na presyo for customers. Next is yung Boutique Hotel. A boutique hotel is a small, stylish, and uniquely designed hotel that offers personalized services and theme atmosphere. Usually, mas kaunti yung rooms dito sa mga boutique hotel. Okay? Mga example nito is yung sa Tagaytay, yung boutique and bed and breakfast Tagaytay Hotel, the Henry Hotel Manila. Yung purpose naman nito is to provide a unique, intimate, and highly personalized hotel experience, often focused on design, art, and exceptional services. Next is yung Extended Stay Hotel. Extended Stay Hotel is a hotel designed for guests na mag-stay for weeks, for months, and this offers kitchenettes and home-like features. So parang nasa bahay ka lang din, like boarding house. For example nito is Ascot Hotel, Citadines, and purpose nito is para ma-accommodate mga long-term guests such as yung mga students, like sa UPLB may mga ganun, meron silang hotels, or hindi siya totally tinatawag na apartment, pero marami doon na extended stay hotel kasi mag-stay sila for months, okay, for years, ganun. Isa pa is for business travelers and tsaka mga nagre-relocate na families. Ayun yung purpose ng extended stay hotel. Next is yung mixed use hotel. A hotel that is part of a larger complex combining multiple function in one development. Okay, such as yung mga residential units, offices, meron ding mall, restaurants, tsaka yung mga entertainment centers. Ang mga meron nito is yung mga Shangri-La, di ba? Meron silang mga for casino, okay? Meron silang mga residential services, yan. Mga retail, restaurants, yan. Maraming ganun sa Shangri-La. Isa pa is yung Seda Hotels, Ayala Malls, tsaka yung Resort World Manila. Okay, ang purpose nun is to provide guests with convenient access to various services and facilities, okay, such as yung shopping, okay, pag-dining sa mga restaurants, entertainment such as casino and other sports na ginaganap indoor. Or next is yung condotel. Condotel is, in short, is condominium hotel. Definition nun is a property that operates both of condominium and a hotel. Okay, units are individually owned but can be rented out like hotel rooms when not in use. Okay, yung mga nakikita natin sa online bookings na hotel, mga sa Agoda. Okay, pagka yung for staycation, yung mga yun is mga condotel siya. Meron talaga may-ari nun and binebenta nila for rent para for businesses din, for business purposes. Next is yung bed and breakfast hotel. Bed and breakfast hotel, okay, is a small lodging establishment offering overnight and breakfast. Okay, usually ang nagraran nito is mga private owners. Okay, meron nito sa Baguio, mga small inns sa Tagaytay. Okay, ang purpose nito is to give the guest a cozy home-like experience with personalized services, and that's it for the classification of hotel.
Mabuhay! Ako naman po si Resmo de Capistrano and I am here to tackle about the best, biggest, and most unusual hotels and chains in hospitality industry. Punta po muna tayo sa best hotel. As of 2025 po, ang best hotel in the world ay ang Rosewood Hotel ng Hong Kong. Ito po ay isang ultra-luxury hotel na located sa Victoria Dockside sa Tsim Sha Tsui. Ito po ay pinaka-high-end na hotel sa buong mundo. Dahil kilala po ang kanilang hotel sa elegant design, malalaking rooms, and sa kanilang premium service. When it comes to facilities naman po ay kumpleto po sila. Meron po silang luxury rooms and suites, fine dining restaurants, wellness centers, outdoor pool with stunning city views, katulad po nasa presentation or PPT, and ang high-end shopping mall. Next po is ang biggest hotel. Ang pinakamalaking hotel naman po sa buong mundo ay ang First World Hotel ng Malaysia. Ito po ay isang massive hotel na located sa Genting Highlands, Malaysia. Ito po ay tinalaga ng Guinness World Record bilang largest hotel in the world noong 2015. Isa rin po itong 3-star hotel na may 7,000 plus na rooms. And kung makita po natin sa presentation, ganun po ang actual na laki at itsura ni First World Hotel. Then sa kanila naman pong facilities, sila po ay may kumpleto rin. Dahil sila po ay isang 3-star hotel. Meron po silang mall, theme parks, casino, at entertainment venues. Sa most unusual hotel naman po ay meron po akong nilagay na 3 examples. Dumako po muna tayo kay Ice Hotel in Sweden. Si Ice Hotel po ay isang world famous dahil sa kanyang uniqueness. Ito po ay located sa Jukkasjärvi, northern Sweden. Kung makita po natin sa picture, literal na yellow po talaga ang lahat. Mapa walls, floors, furniture at pati mga sculpture. Ito po ay nire-rebuild nila every year tuwing sasapit ang winter season. Dahil nagtunaw po ito tuwing summer season. Isa rin po sa mga famous sa Ice Hotel is yung kanilang ice bar. Dahil nagsiserve po sila ng mga liquors or alak gamit yelong baso. Next naman po is the Musaka. Ito naman po ay isang ultra-luxury underwater villa na located sa Conrad Maldives Rangali Island. Kilala po sila sa kanilang underwater bedroom na matutulog po literal kasama ang iba't ibang klase isda at coral reefs. Para po kayo nasa loob ng isang aquarium kung kayo ay makakapunta doon. Then, meron din po silang ino-offer doon na iba't ibang facilities. Ngunit hindi na po ito underwater katulad ng bedroom. Ang last naman po sa most unusual hotel ay ang Giraffe Manor. Ito po ay isang boutique, a luxury hotel na located po sa Nairobi, Kenya. Kung si Musaka Hotel po ay puro isda ang makita, dito naman po kay Giraffe Manor is puro giraffe. And kung magche-check-in po kayo sa hotel, ang makikita niyo po is puro giraffe. And kasama niyo po ito sa pagkain, pagtulog, and sila rin po ang minsan nagsisilbing alarm ng mga guests.
Mabuhay po everyone. Ang ire-report ko po ngayon is trends in hotel development. So, ano nga ba pag sinabi nating trends in hotel development? Key trends in hotel development include tech integrations like for example, yung contactless check-ins and AI, a focus on sustainability and eco-friendly initiatives, and the creation of unique, personalized, and local experiences. So, isa na rin na hospitality trends are evolving in 2025. So, alam po naman natin na maraming mga innovation po na nangyari during pandemic since doon po nag-start yung mga pag-create ng mga bagay-bagay na pwedeng gawin in the future. Driven by innovation, ibig sabihin, nag-invento po sila ng mga gamit. Panatilihing competitive, kumbaga, companies must remain agile, changing customer needs. Siyempre, yun po yung pinakamahalaga. And personalization and sustainability. The hospitality industry has made significant progress since the challenges of the pandemic, with many businesses regarding stability. Some of these trends transcend industries. For example, the demand for seamless digital experiences and a stronger focus. Environmental sustainability is reshaping sectors from retail to manufacturing in hospitality, where customer experience lies at the heart of every service. These pressures are particularly intense. So here we have the examples, which is number one, contactless experience. Widespread adoption of mobile check-in, keyless entry, and contactless payment is becoming standard. Mobile check-in and keyless room entry via smartphone apps. Alam naman po natin na nag-evolve na ang panahon ngayon. Self-service kiosks, for example, for for check-in and check-out, and digital guest communication through apps or chatbots for services. Isa na rin yun. Tsaka yung pagre-request. So, guests can also use their phones to control in room. For example, yung phone mo ay nakakapag-control ng room features like yung lighting and temperature ng room. And mobile ordering systems are used in dining to reduce contact. So, next we have the example nating artificial intelligence, which is AI. AI is used for personalization, streamlining operations like inventory and staffing, and enhancing guest services through chatbots and in-room voice commands. So AI or artificial intelligence uses technologies like machine learning and chatbots to automate tasks, personalized guest experiences, and improve operational efficiency. For example, nito is yung quick responses to guest reviews, automating data collection, optimize staff schedules, online front desk service options, immediate replies, and recommendations. So next we have here smart rooms. Features like smart TVs, motion sensors, and voice-controlled systems are becoming more common. So pag sinabi natin smart rooms, a room where guests use a smartphone app for keyless entry, voice commands to control lights and temperature via a device like Amazon and Alexa. Meron din tayong hindi lang Amazon Alexa, which is Google Assistant, kasama na rin yon. And a tablet to order a room service. Major hotel brands like Hilton and Marriott have implemented such features, which also include automated climate control and personalized settings learned by the room's AI. So, gaya nga ng sabi ko kanina, contactless experience, kasama siya sa lighting and temperature, which is a control in room by guests. Reality, which is VR. Hotels are using VR for immersive marketing. Lastly, virtual
next we have
reality,
here
which is VR. Hotels are using VR for immersive marketing and allowing potential guests to tour rooms
Smart
and
rooms.
amenities before booking. So, a key example for virtual reality in the hospitality industry is virtual hotel tours, which allow potential guests to explore properties such as rooms, for example, such as rooms, lobbies, and amenities like pools and spas before booking. Companies like Hyatt Hotels and Shangri-La Hotels uses this technology on their websites to provide immersive previews, help customers make informed decisions, and boost bookings. Yun lang po at maraming salamat.